Yoga for healing. What's up? We're going to tap back in while we're still ascending and relaxing, chillaxing, still putting in our work, but work that doesn't feel like work. Because we're over the hardest part right now during this transitional stage as we level up and upgrade. We've been guided to rest for about 3 weeks or so. Just sit back in the cut. Drink your tea, eat healthy, enjoy yourself, but stay focused. And that has left others burdened, weighed down. Look at this mess. Perfect place for some evil entity to go and hide in. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Did you know that? And Clorox can work just as good as Florida water if you don't have Florida water. Or ammonia. Hey, that's what our big mamas use. Tell me it don't work today. Yes, it does. I know. And that ritual. Because during that toughest time of my awakening and being enlightened on this spell work and learning how to protect myself, one of the first things I used to do as a ritual every single day was sweep my floors in the morning. In the AM, not morning. Still have to correct myself sometimes on that. But sweeping out any negative energies along with the dust. And then I would mop my floors with Clorox every day. But then it got to the point where it wasn't every single day. I got to, to the point where I was doing it just as needed, which became maybe once a week. Well, I still do that at least once a week, but maybe up to 3 times a week. There's no communication because you're too busy keeping your area tidy, discluttered, clear of negative energies. They wanted you in a jar, but it looks like they're stuck in one. They have no joy, no self-expression, no creativity, no growth, no connection with Source. That number 3, Trinity. They're stuck. They're stuck where they sat. They need to put the work in. Themselves is the body of work. They must look at their true selves. Look at all the scars, the wounds, the healing, the sore spots. They must bandage them and nurture them and take care of those wounds. They must tend to those wounds. They cannot ignore them. What else is it that we need to know? Build home, a foundation. Everyone's working independently. In this shift, everyone is working independently, building a strong foundation. This home, for me, what I'm picking up with this energy, is bigger than me or you. This is the broader spectrum. But this broader spectrum can always be brought down into your home, where you're at, your foundation. Those that you've left behind that are now feeling stuck, that you're not in communication with. They see you blissed out. 19, 20, that's a 2. You're balanced. You're balanced and you're nice, sweet, yay, go girls side, and you're on that diva side too, or king, whatever the male is called. You're balanced. You enjoy yourself and celebrate yourself and others. You give appreciation. You give appreciation for others' talents. You don't have a problem with others being in the spotlight. This right here is a step that has helped build your strong foundation. Because you know there's enough for everyone. Everyone has their own. You just have to go and get it. You have to put in the work. How is it hard to put work into yourself? Investing in yourself? What else is it that we need to know? There's some sneaky ones out here. Those ones that are stuck. That see your strong foundation and see that they're not building one. They're getting karma. These sneaky ones that can't keep a promise. These ones that you released. You did the soul searching. You analyzed. You went in within. Used your intuition. The inner wisdom of your higher self. You burned and released this energy. These energies. These old, stuck, controlled, conditioned, programmed thinking of how you should be. What else is it that we need to know? Oh, attachments. These ones stuck have attachments, but they are wanting the abundance. You're showing them it takes work. You're showing them that it takes order. It's hard work, standing alone. But doing so much and enjoying it that it overflows to others. That makes you happy. Very connected to the earth. Maybe having an earth sign prominent in your chart or even in theirs, because this is that stuck person that's seeing what they have to do, but they're stuck. They want the abundance. They want the fruit, the veggies. They want everything. But what is it going to be? Okay, they see how that brings in abundance. They see they're stuck trying to find someone of divine energy, one of abundance that's in their bag. They can't find one to build a home with because everybody's seeing how sneaky they are and how they want to be you. Again, with the destiny swap or the jealous, envious ones that just look like destiny swappers. Somebody that's not putting in the work in themselves. Not building a home. Not building a strong, solid foundation. Because they're not going within. They don't know themselves. They're not expressing themselves truly for that foundation to build it upon. And so now they're meeting a great crumble. All those that were wanting to fake it to make it, all those that have been out here and still out here trying to blend in, they were looking for who to love to bring in this abundance. It was all about money. But the thing they lacked, and you see this color here, green, that heart chakra. They were only daydreaming, fantasizing. They chose someone for love, maybe. They wanted a divine connection. But see, what they are only getting are those that hide their true intentions, those that hide their truth, those that are not filling their own cup. They're going to be out here trying to manifest those that are abundant, those that can manifest, those that they want to leech off of, those that they wanted stuck in a jar so that they could continue to harvest off of. Those sneaky links that need you for their foundation. Those that are untrue to themselves but constantly searching for love, not showing them true selves, unable to fill any cup, not even a baby sippy cup. The sneaky link has been trying to be very creative in their endeavors, using readings, trying to find an oracle to sway, to compromise, or maybe they are getting readings, or maybe also including getting readings or watching readings, or you may be a reader yourself. But they're trying to find someone, anyone that's open to what they have up their sleeve. Someone of naivety. But they can't find anyone like you. So they're trying to find a divine feminine or masculine that is a reader. They've also been listening and watching readings. And if you are a reader, they've been watching your reads. This is someone that cannot find someone or even create someone that compares to you. They can't find anyone that's walking in your shoes. They see you on your new beginning, being a leader, starting a new chapter. You've completed this cycle. Number 10, 37 down to 10 to 1. You're solo dolo. You cut that shit off. This comparison sideways. Yeah, you're awakened. And now they are burdened because they thought everybody was the same. Because there's so many walking around here saying, I'm this, I'm that, and ain't shit. But now, they are being revealed. And they know that. They're trying to cleanse themselves. They're trying to detox now. They're trying to pretend as though they've rid themselves of all the negative energy while they still have an attachment. They're only doing this because they're not creative enough. And your creativity, no one compares. You're fully awakened. You're aware. You're walking in your path. You're keeping your area clean, pure, with light coming in. Look at how the light's landing right on her. Wow. This abundance they wanted. This person that wanted you stuck in a jar. Oh. Over it. They're not over it. They're frustrated, but they're not over it. They can't get over it. And they're feeling the blues, and they're scared heavily now in their emotions because now they're being forced to see their own reflections and see you walk away. And this is causing them a great mental distress. That is why I am giving this pre-weekend reading. Since I awoke in this rising day, I didn't want to say the M word. I felt that energy, that rush, like somebody that woke up late for work. They needed to be at work at 5 and they wake up at 8. That kind of rush. Like, holy moly. because they are aware of these receipts, the evidence, how they are guilty as charged, and we don't need written documents, baby. You're exposed. Everyone can see and why you were doing it, because you see someone else in their bag. Someone that has caused you to have intense emotions and your heart is burning, aching, because you're looking for a love choice. Someone that you can't find, because there's no comparison. No one's competing. First off, you're going through a lot of mental anguish. You're not open, and you have nothing inside yourself to give. They say they want to choose love. They're trying to find some luck. They want a break. They see how you're laughing, having this wholeness about you, looking vibrant and smiling. At the same time, they're not being honest. They're not being transparent. But they want your heart. They want you to be blunt, honest, and you are. You're aware that they can't fill anyone's cup. They're not even filling their own. So you're keeping it blunt and honest. There's no need for an intimate conversation or discussion if you've already had this discussion and you've been apart and there are receipts. Why do they think they're going to get a honeymoon phase? Why do they think that now that you want to have a conversation when everything is known that needs to be known? So what needs to be said? Oh, but they need you to allow them at least a chance to love bomb you, but you're not having it. Building a home, what do we need to know? They're having a light bulb moment that they need someone sturdy, but you said, bye, Felicia. Bye, Philo. And they keep getting readings, trying to research, trying to learn more. They're getting more frustrated and trying to hide it. They're trying to hide that they're fed up. They're not expressing their truth, but only avoiding, trying to escape, being sneaky, wanting to come in because they're really coming from lust, greed, not of consideration of anything, because they have no feelings, they have no heart. This sneaky energy. Oh, wow. A toxic masculine or a feminine that's off balance, that has been trying to be creative because they see your creativity, your joy, your laughter. How they can't find anyone to compare with that energy. And now they see you're too busy. You have no time. These comparisons that they were trying to find, oh man, they got one knocked up. Now they're trying to numb the pain and return back to you while hiding a third party, someone they have knocked up. But you're awakened, you're aware of this karmic and their third parties. Damn, Holy Spirit. Woo! And how they want to claim money that's not theirs. How they deal illegally, fraudulent, spiritually, and in the 3D. And now they're burdened for their kinky ways, being scandalous, always wanting to explore, but never exploring their true selves. Or maybe they realize they are just a demon. And they're doing what their purpose is. So that's why you should always keep in point that you stay on yours. This knocked up person that they want to hide, yeah, someone that they did to do with, thinking that they were a key player, an important person, that they were going to play an essential role. They thought they had someone that was irreplaceable, someone like you, a copycat. But this one caught them up with lust and their ego. And they took a fast action on that fool. Oh yeah, they made it easy. And now their kinky ways are no more. Their fantasies not being fulfilled, and now everybody's being nosy, gossiping, spreading rumors. Everything they did and wanted to send to you, like they were doing the rumors and the evil eye. It's right back with them. And they're not having fun. They're not having those enjoyments of the kinky ways with this squad that they were courting, having a relationship with, whining and dining, acting like they were vibing in the moment while they were drowning underwater. They were in denial, not expressing their truth, being sneaky and arrogant. But see, you've gone through your spiritual awakening. You've learned the lesson. You know about their betrayal and how now they're tiptoeing around, acting shady, being sneaky around everyone, wishing that they could send an SOS because they are in distress, because they acted out of urgency and now they need assistance, heavily burdened, wanting to defy the norms, thinking they were a key player, only making themselves look like a clown from the start. And that is the message for the pre-weekend read. I guess it's gonna get juicy. Peace.